Hello, this is Miss Fame and you're watching Miss Fashion.
Paris! Today, another episode of Miss Fashion.
Follow me into the world of Miss Fashion.
Live at the Loewe menswear show by Jonathan Anderson for winter 22-23.
What will Jonathan Anderson do this season? Get ready.
She's Miss Runway, she's Miss Front Row, she is Miss Fame.
Hi, I'm Miss Fame. If you like fashion, you will love me.
Snap, 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 she knows everybody.
We have to talk about the whole.
The what?
Only in Paris. You can ambush people at Fashion Front Row and get away with it. Miss Fashion.
Miss Fashion talks to Manu Rios.
Miss Fashion.
And to Jonathan Anderson.
Are we all in a weird psychotic stage anyway?
I'm Miss Fashion. I'm gonna get the good shot. I'm coming in.
Almost all the sex education stars.
Oh, shocked.
Shocked.
She watches the show and you'll understand everything.
You're watching Miss Fashion, where everybody's front row, where I am. Follow me.
Hello, I'm Loic Prigent. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see the most fabulous fashion.
Architecture, sex, divinity.
Leave a comment and binge on all my other videos, including the first episode of Miss Fashion.
You're watching Miss Fashion. God bless you.
Hi, I'm Miss Fame, and I'm 75 years old, reporting live from Fashion Week. Everything about me is old, except for my ideas and my lashes. We're at the Loewe menswear show. Everybody's shaking with excitement. About 10 minutes away, the guests are going to be seated on these transparent acrylic seats, so they'll be floating in this seaside space. Loewe is a Spanish luxury brand owned by LVMH. I wish I was owned by LVMH. Don't you wish? This sand is a part of the art piece, the actual art installation we're existing within. So I think it's very important to keep the history in my long-term memory. You know, why not? I'm gonna have it signed after the show. A guest over here. Good morning, what did you have for breakfast?
I had nothing for breakfast besides a little chewing gum. That's what I had.
Génial. What did you have for breakfast?
The crust in the corners of my mouth.
What'd you have for breakfast?
I didn't eat. I didn't have time.
Ah, génial.
Yeah, I overslept basically.
Lucky.
Yeah, but I had to run to the show instead, so.
By the way, you look incredible.
Wonderful, thank you very much.
What do you love about Loewe?
The colors, the vibrancy, and the energy.
100% agreed.
There you go.
One more question. What are the holes for?
Well, to look at my beautiful ankles, aren't they beautiful?
They're quite stunning. Agreed. 100%. They're so good. Génial. What's your passion for fashion in regards to Loewe?
I feel like I first got introduced to the brand by Steve Lacy. I got a chance to wear their stuff on stage.
Here's the thing. This looks so comfortable, and I don't know comfort. I've never known comfort. But this is, yes, fashion is pink.
It looks comfortable with my lower back. It's a difference.
That's because we're not as young as we once were. It happens to the best of us.
I try to drink a lot of water.
Exactly. May I bother you? Hi. I was asking if I could sit on you.
Yes.
Do you mind?
No.
It's the coat. It's really quite inviting. I mean, look at it. May we see the back?
Of course.
I want to ride it. Like a pony, honey, like a pony.
It's actually quite comfortable. Yeah, I feel like it's got my back for sure.
Yeah, for sure. If you don't mind, I'm going to knock on your back door. Hello.
Who's there?
It me.
Me who?
Miss Fashion.
Woo!
Am I seeing double? Ooh. May I interview you two beautiful beings? Hi. Names?
Muhammad.
Hamid. Incredible.
We are from Middle East.
Absolutely brilliant. And who is cuter?
I don't know.
I think you.
I think you.
I mean, come on. You can't choose. Perfection, it does exist. What's your favorite piece you're wearing today?
My favorite piece? I love these shoes. They're basically just these two big flaps of paper kind of wrapped around my foot. Wait. Bam. See? And then there you go.
Ah, magnifique.
Yeah.
Très bien. This is quite nice too.
This is cute, yeah.
I like this front fit.
Yeah, because it's like big, but then I have a little bit of like my silhouette, which I think is
classy.
Yeah.
But hot. Yeah.
Yeah, with the look. Yeah.
In love. It's super good. I mean, I couldn't stop looking because your eyes are like drawn there. To this line. I mean, your eyes are drawn to this beautiful face, but then also this structure. But then the body, darling, the body, boobs.
Thank you. Thank you.
Boobs.
Thank you so much.
You're like, I'm completely offended. You cannot be offended when you're at Loewe.
What?
We're looking for BryanBoy. Where is she? I got her. We've caught her. Brian, it's me. It's coming in hot. Miss Fashion reporting live.
We're here at Loewe. I'm very, very excited. We are. And I'm proud to introduce to you Miss Hillary Clinton.
Hi.
You know, today is a Democratic convention, but she flew over to Paris.
I'm charmed.
Exactly, just to support Loewe.
Gorgeous. And what did you have for breakfast?
His soul.
How are you feeling since that snatching?
I feel endangered.
You heard it here first. If you're still watching Miss Fashion, you should subscribe.
And in Miss Fashion topics, aging. A-G-E.
I like being older. I'm turning 40 in March.
Amazing.
Yeah. So the thing is, I'm proud to say I'm old. I mean, we are only as old as how we look.
You are very
everything.
right.
Try to Google image what a 40-year-old man looks like.
Right.
And compare.
Do you know?
Stop doing it.
God, he's so inappropriate.
Yeah, she's aggressive.
You should sit. The show's about to begin.
I'll find my seat.
I can't find mine either. We can sit together. Yeah. Let's all sit for the show to begin. People, sit.
They swoosh to the ribbons on the Loewe beach. The Loewe designer Jonathan Anderson is here to explain everything.
Reporting live, Miss Fashion reporting live. I just got to experience the show. Which one, honey? Put it on. Press it. Look at family. The nails must stay on. Okay, Jonathan, let's talk about the inspiration for the show.
The set is done by Joe and Edgar. I had actually bought a painting, and they were in the painting, weirdly. They do these amazing art installations in Fire Island and different places in the world. There was something about them that was just drew me in. So this started before we had done the collection. So I kind of had it as this sort of like abstracted background. And so they moved to Europe to come and do it. So we're going to install them in different parts of the world.
It's making me feel like the beach vibes, a bit Fire Island. Is there any connection?
Yes, that's why this project was born. We started making them in Fire Island.
It's a good feeling. It makes you feel like summer. It does feel a bit euphoric.
Yeah, and it's meant to be inviting to bring people together. So that's sort of what we wanted to.
We're kind of bringing a little bit of that here, this sort of color, the fantasy, the sand.
It's caught inside of my heels.
I'm sorry about that.
This is what love really is. It's about coming together and fixing each other's straps.
I think there's something childlike about that. You know, it's really like going through one of those things that clean cars, you know.
The Loewe menswear collection includes lights illuminating the bodies.
I wanted to kind of look at this thing of things that are real and not real. You know, this idea of, are we becoming that we fall into the computer and are part of the computer? And do we have to compete with it somehow?
We do, unfortunately.
Yeah, so, and it's about retouching and body imperfections and...
Where?
Well, this idea...
Where, darling?
In general, look
Exactement.
We live in a world which is backlit, so it's this experimentation with this idea of could clothing be backlit? The light comes from within.
Very smart, by the way. I love the way this looked on the runway.
Yeah.
The sand way, the beach way.
Yeah, and I was into this idea that sand is nearly like the end process of life, so...
I stole some sand.
Okay, great.
I put it in the coat. Taking it home, darling.
The more I kind of look into the normal world and the way in which we now retouch ourselves, or we face filters, or we improve our bodies, and this idea that everything has become hyper perfect, and I just thought, it was a kind of nod to this idea of, could clothing become backlit? I've been looking at different cars now that change color, and I was thinking, does fashion need to start to kind of rebalance the idea of sensationalism within clothing somehow? There's this odd debacle. It's like when you see someone online and then you meet them in reality and they're different people. I find it really inspiring that. I don't know, because I think it's kind of twisted. Everyone hates mirrors. But in a weird way, we have now all fallen into the mirror somehow, which becomes quite distorted.
The selfie obsession and the garments. The photography of your own body is printed on your clothes.
I really like my face expression they're printing on the shirt, so I kind of... Really your face? Yeah, it's my face. It's my face screaming.
Well, it's nice. It's something different, right?
Is it your first fashion show?
Yeah, it's my first fashion show, my first fashion week. You know, I love it.
New shapes, zigs, zags. Jellyfish crop tops. Oyster prints. Casual denim. Heart-shaped marinière. Bags as shoes. Belts with messages.
I kinda love it. It's my vibe, you know. A little bit oversized, comfortable, a little bit flashy too.
How shocked are you of Loewe?
How shocked?
Shocked.
Well, actually not too shocked. I knew it was going to be beautiful, but I didn't know what to expect. Like the clothes were, he always has so much fun with his clothes.
I agree.
And so like that was really fun to see.
Favorite piece?
The Hello belts.
That was very sexy. I like the size. The scale was phenomenal. You're still watching Miss Fashion.
It's not fashion, it's Miss Fashion. And it's not pain, it's truly pleasure.
Drains on trenches. I wonder what they mean. I think it's the want of flushing everything away, out with the old and in with Loewe.
Drains on the bags. Drains on t-shirts. The mysterious symbol that is a drain.
The drains. For me, it was this idea of the mundane act. Everyone in the morning brushes their teeth and they look down and they
into that hole.
Into a drain.
Exactly.
And I just thought, you know, it's this idea of like, where does that go? This idea of the process of getting up. And I just thought, could it be the new eyelet?
Coat made of a scarf. Quirky but regal.
I just like this idea that they were like looks, like total looks. You know, this idea of like printing the body onto the body, things that look normal or not normal. The idea of having like oysters or cherries, this idea of singular foods that can sometimes be sexual, sometimes not be sexual. In a weird way, it's like slightly sexually perversed, but at the same time incredibly normal.
So we do love fashion to shock us, but why?
Well, I mean, fashion is a representation of our identity, and we love to shock people because, you know, who wants to look the same? I like to look different.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Every day.
Every day.
Every post.
Every post, every feed post, every video, every TikTok.
Please note the see-through trench coats.
So we have a transparent leather, which is like the early stages of when you tan leather. So it's just when you stop it midway, which is very disturbing. But I kind of feel like in life we have to show these kind of contradictions with things, and realities as well. I do like when things feel a bit sick sometimes.
C'est un peu dur de bouger dedans. C'est une première fois aussi pour moi, donc je trouve que c'est bien pour une première fois.
Premier défilé Loewe.
Ouais, premier défilé. Ouais. Je suis au lycée, ouais, je suis en première. Je devais avoir cours ce matin, mais voilà.
You're supposed to be in school? Darling, fashion calls and education has to wait. But you need to stay in school. Stay in school. Education is essential. He's 16. I'm old enough to be your grandmother.
50 years younger than you.
Don't listen to them. They're mean old men. Grumpy, mean Loic Prigent. How did you feel today in the collection?
I was kind of stressed.
At
first, yeah, because I have so many people here.
Yeah, I understand. There's always a bit of stress before you enter a room full of people.
Because we wait like 30 minutes before it, so we were very stressful. We just have to do it and kill it.
What is the worst thing that's happened backstage or on the runway for you?
Yeah, I'm training first, and I just do a quick turn, and I hurt a band.
You kicked someone? That wasn't a bench, darling. That was a that was my leg. I still have a bruise.
A cute kitten, one of those internet images we only see backlit on a computer screen and never in a real print. Or is it about being irresistible, viral, but with a garment?
How shocked are you?
It was amazing.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, crazy.
I think it's my favorite Jonathan collection at Loewe.
Favorite piece?
Favorite piece, jacket with denim, shorts.
I like the bodysuits.
Same.
Transparent bodysuits. It was so cool. Yeah, I
so sexy.
The whole show was sexy.
God, I want to be that thin. To be that thin, that young. The conch bag, the shell, I think it's a very innovative way to bring nature into something future. Nature, future. Nature, future.
The bags of the collection this season were definitely about humor. You know, it was looking at this idea of like, you know, like a hermit crab where you have a shell and then suddenly it will maybe take over a can or it'll take over something else. So the idea that the flamenco bag started to grow out of the shell, or we had the sinkhole became the eyelet. We had light coming from inside of the bags. I just feel like at the moment it's just about experimentation to me. I'm not taking yourself too seriously, you know. I need to chill out a bit.
20 minutes ago, I felt everything was negative in a way, but now everything is positive, but the good positive. The collection's about youth and freedom and a celebration of your own body. I love these cat suits where you can't miss any part of who you are, and with all the play on light, anything with the light, it really speaks to me.
Jonathan Anderson takes a bow. This was Miss Fashion with Miss Fame.
I'm Miss Fame, and thank you for watching Miss Fashion.
Don't forget to subscribe to Miss Fame on all her platforms. She's everywhere. Please do leave a Miss Fashion comment. Yes, binge on all my other fashion videos, including the first episode of Miss Fashion with Miss Fame.
Don't miss the next episode of Miss Fashion. They kind of need to meet. Have you met your doppelganger? Are you kidding?
No, he's actually my twin. So many twins today.
Do you guys know each other? Wait a minute. Am I getting a double entendre? Is this for real? I gotta get in a Miss Fame sandwich, and I'm the creme. I'm the monster in the middle.